I heed thy call. We are under attack. Tarakala!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mole Trap, and I am here with Diggity and Cholera. That's us on the screen that you see right now. I guess I'm the guy in the middle, probably. I don't know. Anyway, I want to read a message that I got from someone on YouTube here real quick. Stork versus Best. Mole Trap, I know you love the great Protoss players as much as I do. All the Protoss fanboys are going nuts over this. Please comment on these games ASAP. I don't want to watch them in Korean. It's so much better with English commentaries, and this last part is in all caps. Please, Mole Trap, think of the children. Please comment Stork versus Best. All right. Well, you're gonna have your wish. We're gonna do some commentaries of Stork versus Best here. This is the OSL semifinals technically, but to be honest, in my opinion, this is the friggin' finals because I don't think either one of these players can be stopped by either one of the players in the other OSL semifinal. So to me, this is the finals. To me, this is the big matchup, and I am really looking forward to it. These two, probably the two most renowned as the best Protoss versus Protoss players ever in the game in the history of StarCraft, facing off in the OSL semifinals. Should be epic.
And they both want it so bad. Best last season getting so close, could smell it in the water, and July just smacked him down. He collapsed on stage. You know at that point he was practicing his mind out, just going crazy on the keyboard every single day, just probably 18 hours plus. Stork, on the other hand, the King of Silver, he really wants it bad too, and he knows seeing the other side of the bracket, this could be his OSL. A lot of people have been saying that. He's got both of these guys got to be so rabid. Their heart's going to be absolutely tip-top. So much desire. It's going to be a great game.
It is absolutely going to be great. And for those of you who, well, at the beginning of the video, I should have a predictions chart up. And Diggity and Mole Trap both went with, I guess, their hearts, I would say, and went for Stork. I am going with my mind and predicting a best win, even though in my heart of hearts, I would have Stork going to the finals and then lose to Fantasy so we can get another silver. But, no. Whoa! And right away, we see here the red player, that is Best, with a probe leaving his base. This map is Chupung-Ryeong, but we're probably not going to get to see much of it because he's going for some crazy cheese here in this matchup. I wonder why he's doing this, to be honest. I think he is a better player in the long run, probably than Stork is. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. He is going for some cheese, though, and we're going to be seeing probably a proxy gateway right outside of Stork's base. Not much to say here, but what an, you know, this has happened a lot on Chupung-Ryeong, though. He's probably going to put him in the corner of the natural expansion. It's going to come down to when Stork decides to scout, and he's not scouting after pylons, so this could be bad for Stork.
This could be bad indeed. And Stork, though, of late, excuse me, not all the time, but of late, he has been sometimes scouting early for proxies, going and checking those corners right there. I'm almost certain he's gonna scout after gateway. I would be really surprised if he doesn't do that, since you know he's one of the players that definitely scouts early. And there goes the probe. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go and check for the proxy over there. And I'm wrong, and the gateway is going up, and Stork does not see it. He's going to figure it out soon enough once he gets into Best's base. But this is going to come down to basically some micro-on-micro action, I think, since Stork is getting his gateway up about the same time as Best is. And if Stork can manage to hold it off, maybe get his ramp or something like that, it only looks like one gateway so far for Best. If he puts up a second one, Stork might be in trouble if he tries to tech, which he is. But it's going to come down to a lot of micro, and if Stork can get a hold of his ramp, he's going to take the game. He's just going to have to worry about an early push, and now he does see Best space, so he's got to know what's going on right now.
Yeah, it's going to come down to that first zealot and whether he gets ramp control. Canceling the assimilator, putting that second gateway down. Stork knows what's coming. He's going to have to cancel attack. At this stage, he is somewhat behind because it looks like Best now going to go out and scout. Best only put down a single gateway. He didn't go with two gateways here. Second pylon now going down for Stork. For now, Stork in a two-gateway build against ramp. Oh! Nice. I think he got 2 probes with that Manor Pylon. As you can see, a race to the corner there, trying to block it off. Now it's a probe on either side, so this could be some interesting micro maneuvers here if that probe goes and tries to assassinate from the back end. It looks like he is going to try to join in. Oh, Stork lets that front door breach, letting that Zealot side through. I think that was somewhat of a mistake. Now that Zealot's going to get some free probe kills on top of that Manor Pylon. That might be enough economic damage to really make the difference in this game.
I'm just not sure how long Best is going to hold this gateway. 1 gate against 2 gates, no matter how much economic damage he's going to do, Stork's going to be able to get Zealots out. And then, yeah, Best is going to have to build those gateways inside of his base and then play on from there. So we could be seeing one of those situations where basically this is a fight for, not really all in cheese in some ways, this is a fight for, I guess, an economic advantage, like you're saying. Looks like another Zealot coming into the base of Stork's. Stork needs some good micro. It looks like it's 3 Zealots from Stork versus 2 damaged Zealots from Best, and the Manor Pylon in the action, of course. And he's going to get... No, looks like Stork just loses 1 probe there. I thought he was going to actually get away without losing any probes. Looks like Stork's managed to get 3 Zealots chasing, and Stork is now moving a Zealot into Best space. That's actually really smart. 3 on 3, I think, right now inside of the base of Stork, and Best getting another probe. So I think if he gets 1 or 2 more probes, he's going to be able to balance out the fact that he's going to probably eventually lose that proxy gateway.
Yeah, Stork's doing pretty well here, but to be completely honest, I hate to admit it, but I don't think he's microing as well as he could have. He's lost, looks like 3 or 4 probes at least so far, which he didn't have to lose, I don't think, if he's been microing a little bit, tiny bit better, which I know he is capable of. And yeah, luckily though, he's also in Best's supply line, killing off Best's probes, and I'm not sure what Best has over there. I didn't see during that moment if he's just having to fight it off with probes, yeah. So Stork countering pretty well, has his 2 gateways up, able to completely outnumber Best at this point. And I gotta say, it's an interesting decision by Best to go for this sort of a build. And oh, nice, the Cybernetics Core blocking the Zealot out of his supply lines there. So I think Stork's probably going to be able to clean this up pretty well. He's blocked his ramp now with a couple Zealots so that no other Zealots can get in. It's going to kind of even out from this point on, but at this point, Stork, he's lost a couple more probes, but he has that second gateway up already. And I don't know, it's really tough for me to tell, honestly, who is coming out of this. It's going to equalize here in just a minute. As all this harassment stops. Diddy, who do you think? I can't really tell. Do you have any ideas who has come out of this ahead?
I gotta say, I feel like Stork has just come out ahead because of that reason right there, the gateway going down. So that's essentially a 250 mineral loss plus the production loss on top of it. Stork lost a lot of probes, and I'm not kidding, a lot of probes. But right now, Best, as you can see, he's got 4 Zealots. He's being pinned in his base. He had gas essentially the same time Stork did. I'm not sure how many Zealots that his harassment probe got, but he was putting a Manor Pylon down. Manor Pylon did do some economic damage. The question was it enough? It was really the Zealots that were doing more of that economic damage. Now he has 6 Zealots actually protecting that ramp versus Stork's 4. He's only got a single gateway at this stage, so he's kind of forced to do that, really, unless he wants to get outproduced. And the question is this moves on. And going immediately robotics facility, not putting down a second gateway, so he's going to try to, I guess, go straight Reaver at this stage, or maybe just go straight Observer so he can keep an eye on what Stork's doing. And Stork's just leaving that gateway down there. That's kind of hilarious, actually. He's not, if I see on the mini-map correctly, he's not actually killing that gateway off. But anyway, Best, yeah, I feel like he's on the back foot just because of that gateway loss at this stage, despite the economic damage that Stork has suffered. It's just, man, production advantage. The question is will Stork take the opportunity to exploit that?
I mean, I think Stork could have reacted a little bit better than he did. I agree with you. He probably didn't need to lose as many probes as he did. And also, he could have probably tried to do a better counterattack than he did with just that 1 Zealot. However, I think it's pretty much even at this point. It's just basically now it's reset. The game has reset itself. Stork now trying to get up this ramp. I think his Dragoons will have range upgrade before Best does. I saw the core spinning for Stork. Stork has meanwhile gone into a 2-gateway Dragoon push here. And it looks like Best is going to go for that fast observatory. In case Stork is going for any kind of cheese, probably going to follow it up with the robotic support, and he's probably going to go and try to get a little drop in. Stork, meanwhile, has just gotten his robo done. I think Stork, seeing the number of units inside of Best base, probably doesn't have to go observatory first. He probably knows pretty much the build that Best has, and he probably will know that there's no DT rush there. It looks like Stork is going to finally pick off this gateway. I think Stork is a little bit ahead. Well, actually, I was wrong. Stork is going to go for that observatory first. I think he's a slightly bit ahead, and I think with the earlier range, he might be able to be able to push up one more time and do a little more damage at the front door.
Yeah, I think that might be the case. It's going to be really tough for him to break that ramp, though. I mean, we saw him try earlier, and he lost a zealot out of it. At this point, since he's teching up, I would be surprised if he actually decided to push that ramp. But it is Stork. If he wants to try it, I'm not going to stop him. And if anyone could pull it off, it is him. Yeah, well, anyway, but I'm sorry, for some reason it came to my mind when Stork tried to break GG Play's ramp and completely epically failed at it in that long game that they had. But point being, Stork definitely had the advantage there, I think, just by virtue of the fact that he was able to put pressure on Best and retain control of the map and that sort of thing from Best. Very close game, though. Both players are going to have their observers out. Both players are going to have reavers out. Relatively even time. And, it's going to come down to a lot of micro here. But Best does have his reaver out already, actually. We'll see if he moves out with that reaver or if he waits. I don't know. This is tough to call. He does have a while to move. I think by the time he actually gets to Stork's base with that reaver, Stork will have a reaver as well. So very close, and neither player can really afford to branch out and try and get a expansion because it's just such a close game right now.
I think that Reaver is going to be the difference in this battle coming up. Reavers are so strong PvP. Stork's going to have to make up for that difference of that Reaver out in the air. Either he's going to have to pick that shuttle off, or he's going to have to make sure he spreads his Dragoons out very, very well. I forgot that earlier statement with the gateway. Now I want to revise that statement. This is a ramp map, so with a smaller force in your base, you can hold off against a much larger force than standard. He still had to produce more troops than he really wanted to. That Observer sinking out. And the question is this is the issue right here? No Reaver for Stork. And this is a bad situation. Protoss on Protoss. You want to make sure that you at least have. It looks like that Observer getting picked off as well. That two Reavers in that shuttle. In fact, Stork is going to have to retreat. He cannot engage that heads up. As you can see, he's going to back up. If he had map control, he definitely lost it there. Losing his Observer as well, so things not going very well for him into the mid game at this stage.
I think what's going to happen is that Stork is going to try very hard to hold this one hill here. If you remember the game between Stork and Bisu, the last game, Stork managed to hold Bisu's ramp, basically this ramp hill on Chupung-Ryeong. And he won the game because he could hold it. Now he's defending his. A nice micro there by Stork, getting one free shot off without taking any shots on his Reaver. I think it's just one Reaver for Stork, though, versus two from Best. Best looks like he's trying to push uphill. He has that 30% miss chance, though. So this could end up bad for Best. Looks like Stork still has his one Reaver left. Looks like no. Good shot there by Best, and Stork did not manage to pick his Reaver up there. I thought if he had picked up his Reaver, he might have had a chance of holding on a hill, but looks like now Stork's in full retreat. He's going to have to go into his main. Looks like the two Reavers compared to the one really paid off for Best, and looks like Best is actually going to have the contain now on Stork. It's going to be really, really hard for Stork to leave his base and also afterwards to try to take that first hill away from his base. Looks like Stork does snipe one of Best's Reavers, though, so Stork knows he needs to come down this ramp as soon as possible. Once he gets the sufficient forces, he has to do it. He can't delay, or else Best will just gain such a big economic advantage from that expansion he's putting down.
Yeah, this is crazy. Stork trying to go down his ramp. Oh, no, Stork, bad idea. He really knows that he needs to get down that ramp and take Best's force out, though, at some point, because otherwise he's just going to get completely out economized. I mean, he knows that Best has put down his expansion, because that's what he would have done in this situation. You see him just trying to get off some scarabs there to try and open up his ramp to try and move down it, but it's just not working there. It looks like he has a second Reaver out now. Stork is going to have one last chance, I think. He's going to have to break down his ramp and then somehow, with his three gateways, move out with a little bit superior forces and catch Best in a little bit of a timing push. And here he's trying to break out of his ramp now. Oh no, the Reaver's going in from behind! The shuttle's going to get picked off very easily, but they do take out some Dragoons. And Best's Reavers have gone down, so have Stork's.
Oh
but
my
Best
God.
critically has more forces. No, I'm sorry. I didn't see Stork's forces on the top there. So Stork actually taking this battle a little bit, but I think Best has a reinforcement Reaver coming in here, and that might make the difference. If Stork can snipe that shuttle and that Reaver somehow, he might still be able to come back in this game. But, wow, actually completely obliterating Best's Dragoons. So Stork is going to have a chance to push back here. Again, it's going to be really difficult for him to face Best with that Reaver, though, with Best having a Reaver advantage. But the fact that he did actually take out Best's Reavers in that battle is going to keep him in this game.
two issues here. No Reaver, no Observer. Stork is really going to have to fight hard, and he's got to go up and do some economic damage here. Otherwise, he's just going to get obliterated here once Best can just translate that economic advantage into a true production advantage, and there's no way he can push against that. I think Best just sealed the game with that stop right there. Once again, Stork going to try to take the high ground against this, but as you can see, as soon as those Reavers go down, he has to back up just because Reavers are so strong against Dragoons. It's just the way they spread out, just the splash damage, everything. Reavers, when Reavers are in a fight and you don't have Reavers, you're absolutely screwed. And right now, Stork does not have the Reavers to contend with Best. Best pushing on Stork, even though he has a smaller amount of Dragoons. He's trying to push up with opportunities here to try to pick that shuttle up. It's just not happening. Best taking map control when it counts, and I think that's what's going to carry out through this game. Stork might not, I don't even think he's going to be able to keep this expansion here with the moment unless he gets some Reavers out. Basically now, he needs a Reaver in a shuttle now, and there he's got it. I'm not sure if he's got the Reaver alongside, and losing another Observer out in the field, that really hurts, and it looks like Best can now, he knows that Stork doesn't have Reavers, so he can start up with this harass in the back of the field, which is just going to do that much more economic damage. I think this game is firmly in Best's hands.
Wow, that was close there, though. Oh, if Stork had gotten a couple more shots on the shuttle, if he had a couple more Dragoons, the game could have swung the other way around. But since he didn't, I'm going to have to agree with you, Diggity. It does look like it's Best game here. And we always say Stork's Reaver micro is absolutely great, and it is, but there's one person who could possibly rival that, and I think that is Best. Best's Reaver micro has just been impeccable this game. He really has not lost a Reaver when he didn't have to, when he wasn't absolutely forced to. He just kept all of them alive in all those battles, and he had that little early advantage. He went for the 1-gate into Reavers instead of the 2-gate into Reavers. Well, I guess Stork was forced into 2-gate into Reavers, so it really gave Best a little bit of an advantage. By the way, I never got to say this, but Best's PvP statistics are the best in the league. 78% against Protoss, Best is. Stork, not bad at 68%. Here comes Best. I think this is 3 Reavers against 1, and Stork's going to need some amazing snipes here to be able to have a chance at possibly holding this battle. Otherwise, this first game is going to go to Best.
Wow, this is absolutely crazy. Stork microing his butt off with that one Reaver, getting a little bit better micro actually, but loses the shuttle down to just one more Reaver now, and superior Dragoon fire. I think Stork is going to be GGing in just a moment here. Yeah, 2 Reavers targeting Scarabs on that one, picking it off. Stork now, he has an expansion, so he doesn't have a ramp to hold, and just superior Dragoons, and oh no, just seal the deal. The Reavers skipping the Dragoons and aiming for the probes. GG coming from Stork. Wow, that was crazy. And I do think, I have to say, again, I have to admit, despite being a Stork fan, I do think Best had a little bit better shuttle Reaver micro in that game. Stork, you know, he lost that one Reaver on the ground from the double Scarab hit. He didn't pick it up in time. It was just a couple little mistakes like that that I think lost Stork the game, because he almost fought his way back into it there.
I think it was that economic damage early, really. He just lost so many probes, and then even though he had an additional gateway, it doesn't matter on a ramp map. If you have just enough forces to sustain that ramp, you can resupply with a smaller army can beat a larger army when you have that ramp, when you have that mischance. And then Best going quick tech, he had that Reaver out much faster than Stork's, and that Reaver made all the difference. Stork having to back off, and Best taking the basically map control when he needed it, when it counted. Winning the game as a result. Stork just, yeah, things not going well for him game 1. We'll see how he does game 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really that early cheese. I'm not sure how it actually affected the game. And sometimes when you have these kind of cheeses, the game doesn't really change that much. I did like Best's audaciousness, I suppose, in this first game. And I think he had planned that play out beforehand many times. I'm actually curious what the viewers think. Who came out ahead in the beginning after Stork had finally cleaned up the gateways? Perhaps there are some very good Protoss players who are watching who could tell us. I thought it was pretty even. And you know, honestly, I couldn't say who was ahead. But anyway, stay tuned for game 2.